Yeah, AI. It's not really accurate, but
Not captions, AI companion.
Did you go to that last year or were you not a member?
I couldn't go last year.
Oh, good, because we played
No, that's
games
not what
when
we
we were-
That's funny.
We had an excellent time.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm super
he-
excited.
He's a wonderful host.
Yes.
He is a wonderful host. He has a beautiful home. And we want to play that same game again.
yes.
Yes. Oh, good. I'll be a newbie.
Well, see, Zach last time thought it was better to hang around with the men. Don't do that. Come sit with the women. Come sit with the women.
That's fine.
We had a
That's
very
fine.
good fun.
Okay.
Their captions.
We're gonna call the meeting to order. It's
6:07.
6:07. It's the Dayton Historical Commission meeting. It's a hybrid meeting at Old Town Hall. It's December 10th. It's being recorded. The listing of, and the recording will be shown on Dayton's YouTube channel. The listing of the matters are those reasonably anticipated by the chair, which may be discussed at the meeting. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by law. And we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I'm Pat Gales, chairperson.
Irene Alley, member.
Rafa Duffin, vice chair and clerk.
Shara Costa, member.
Pat Olson.
And Zach Karen is not with us this evening. Okay, secretary's report. Irene did a wonderful job. Thank you, Irene.
Congratulations.
It's very detailed.
I'll accept a motion, yeah, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Our budget, so our FY 25 budget, our balance is $1,141.13. Shara's conference cost was 145, is that right?
Yeah.
I thought it was 125, so I was wrong, I apologize. And we still have $80 encumbered. There's no changes on the segregated schoolhouse gift account or the donation account. So based on this, we've spent 18.5% of our budget. And I was thinking about it, we're looking at January, and we should be at like about 49%. So I was trying to figure out like the different expenses that we're gonna see from January through June. And so I came up with, there's a conference in June, the one that Shara and I went to last year, the Mass History Alliance one.
Yeah.
That's in June. So we have that for people to go to. I would say that was 125 last year, so I would say, we project 250 for that. It was like $95 travel. So we have that expense. If we want to add the 10 properties of West Dayton, or 11 properties that we're doing with Stacy on the survey to the GIS map, not print a hard copy map, but just get them to add it to the GIS map. That could be at like 200 or so. I can probably call and find out a better price from them.
Okay.
To give us an idea. We have a historical marker for Old Town Hall. We have $80 that's encumbered towards that, and we'll talk about that later on. And we could do a marker also for Smith Memorial Hall. And check and see what we need for office supplies for our survey notebooks. We have some, we'll just have to double check that. And then copies of the West Dayton survey forms. I looked at what we paid for 92 pages last time. It was $76. So we paid double that. I forget, it might be double that now that I think about it. One copy was 96, I think. So 2 copies could be, 60 to 100 maybe, because it's not that many forms. So those are the kinds of things that I came up with. Give or take, we could have like a balance of around, $200 to $300 that, we still have, depending on how all those prices come in.
Okay.
So if you can think of anything else that we would need as a commission, or if I forgot anything, you can let me know, because we have to work on the FY26 budget. So that's our budget for this year. Does anyone have anything to add? Okay, so now this says FY25 budget, because I've been so used to writing FY25 next on the agenda.
And it should be FY26.
I need a secretary to proof myself. So Rafa, you went to the meeting as our representative. They had a big meeting for all of the departments and chairpersons to go to on December 4th. I wasn't here, so Rafa went for me.
Yeah, it was the shortest meeting I've ever attended.
It really was very short, yeah.
Like less than 30 minutes or something.
Less than 15 minutes.
Had one,
Wow.
yeah, well, had one former selectman having asked so many questions that were much shorter. Anyway. Yeah, basically, all departments have agreed to diminish their budget, because we don't have any choice. We don't have any choice, we have to pay for that school.
They come up with that 910,000?
Something like that, yeah.
Did they recommend a percentage, or are they
No.
leaving up to?
I think it's up to us.
Yeah.
The commission.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to decide how much percentage we want to decrease.
Okay,
So I have to vote on that, or
yeah, okay. That was about it.
that was about it. Everybody left. I think Ralph did a good job.
Yeah.
Moderating, conducting the meeting.
Was there a lot of questions? Not in
Not really,
15, 20
wasn't.
minutes, yeah.
The board for selectmen.
All right.
I'm surprised they didn't come up with a percentage. Are they hoping that people will?
I think they're probably doing like the first round
Okay.
and then come back, and that's what usually they do. I think it'll just be a little bit more frugal this time coming around.
Oh, actually, Woody, I told you, Woody asked the question about the DR school, because 54% of the school comes from money for the town. So just asking questions like, what about the enrollment in school? Is it down? If it's going to be down, then it's only logical to take us some money from them.
Right.
And, reshuffle.
Yeah, I think there's something with the Dayton Rehoboth Regional Agreement that with funding issues.
Right.
Yeah, so. Okay, so the budget is due January 22nd, 2025. And it's for zero-based again in the justification, so I need little packets for everyone. So the first thing is like a working budget page. So that if you want to think about it, over the month before we meet in January, then in January we can put everyone's thoughts together, like how much we would spend. This year our budget was 1,400, and I can tell you the allotments that we had. In the professional and technical, we had $750. Communications was 30. Other supplies was 490. And travel was 130. So that's what we're working with this year. And, if we want to think about it and, give it some careful consideration of what we want to do.
Have we spent anything on supplies yet?
No, that would be where, That's where our historical markers and any kind of office supplies would come on.
Yeah, correct, okay.
You know, we paid for the frame for the Helen Lane map that we had.
Okay.
So different things like that. You know, we did have like the 30 in there, we've spent $73 on stamps because the postage has gone up.
I know.
You know, so we still have a roll of stamps, but if we do another mailing for a, you know, a public meeting, we'll use that right up again.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would anticipate, you know, if we go to another conference, we will use up all the travel too.
Mhm.
So in our budget, we can like be negative on the line item, which is okay, as long as our total budget is still
It has to,
in the black.
Yeah.
It can't be below.
So you could pull from one line item
Yeah.
to the other. Okay.
Yes. Right. All right, so there's homework for January. I expect everyone will be doing it on January 13th, just like me. So again, you know, it's like, at that meeting, we'll have to all vote on it, the majority of the members have to sign it, and then the chairman and, you know, the vice chair will meet with the town accountant and the town administrator, so. That's the budget stuff. In our unfinished business, the preserving memories, Zach isn't here, so the next two items were his. He had reached out to Dave about the studio, but has not heard back from him. And he plans on reaching out to him again by the end of this week to see if we can get that going. If that's not gonna work, we'll have to think of an alternative for,
Is the studio event finally completed or?
I believe it's ready to go.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Do we have any idea how far back we've been saying the same thing? And I'm
Quite a while, yeah.
I
yeah.
don't keep a copy of the minutes, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But I think every month we come here, it's
Mhm.
like, how is it? Oh, I'll get back there. How is it coming? I'll get back there. I'm wondering if it's hit a year yet.
It could be, because they were working on that for a while, and then, I mean, we can pick an alternative, because we can record it, you know, even just using a Zoom meet, a Zoom link.
It's great, is Dave also stepping down from the cable commission?
No,
So it's staying,
yeah,
okay.
but we may have to come up with an alternative, because we can't keep saying
No.
it's started.
That's not even, been on the agenda
For
for.
Yeah.
months now.
Yeah, and I know there's another program in the planning process, and I'm not sure when that's taking off either, I should ask.
Yes.
It's the veterans with Myrna and Ray Haig.
Well, wouldn't it be funny if that got priority over us? Wouldn't it be? Come on, after we've been waiting for a year.
You know, so,
Just my opinion.
no, I agree, we should, you know, follow, so, or come up with an alternative. So there are, because you can either record with your iPhones, or you can do it on Zoom link and record, you know, doing it that way and save it to either, you can save it to, you know, the cloud, or you can save it to, memory stick.
I can check tomorrow too. I can just walk down there.
Oh, would you? Okay.
Yeah, I'll check
Okay.
tomorrow.
Just be curious.
Yeah, you know what, I'm curious, so yeah.
Yeah. Let me know.
Okay.
So he's also, I sent him some, pictures for the, walking tour pamphlet that I found at the society. So we're, thanks to them, there's a whole picture of, the Andrew Spooner House, and then also a picture of, it's fairly common around, it's where they're saying fishing from the river, and you can see the wharves and the houses in the back. There was a picture of that, so I sent those. So that should wrap up in January too. The deadline. All right, historical markers wrap, where will we get that one?
Okay, so I got a response from Fast Signs. We'll give you this one. This is the quote they gave me. Ready? $173.85.
$173.
85 cents. Taxes, $10.87. Total $184, which is awesome. So I haven't responded to them yet. I told them, listen, you know, we can go to the next sort of meeting, it's not about always, and see what the issue is. So this has to be done. So the other option that I think about it is to, what about the coffee shop, the Bristol Comic?
I was just
Since
gonna
they
bring that
did,
up.
since they did our sign, James Ricky did it for free, because they owe us, okay, a lot of money
Yeah,
for the rebuilding of that school. So I think it's only fair that we should commit to make our signs for the next 50, 30 years. Done, period. No, end of discussion, that's it.
My husband said that, so I was talking to him, I don't know how we
It's a
got
good
on
idea.
that sign. Oh, we were talking about the previous person.
Yeah.
Just-
Right.
Are you gonna contact this with
I
them?
will.
Yeah.
The guy, the carpenter, professor, what's his name? Is it Kevin or something?
Oh, Kevin, yeah, yeah,
He sort of about that number.
yeah, yeah.
This is Mr. Kevin Smith, he's already a teacher that works with me, he can do some physics works.
Now, did you give them a sample?
Yeah, which means I'm gonna have to take down my marker.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you know what, I have,
Oh, you,
I
one
have
of Papa Chico refurbished.
that one and the one that, fucking you didn't like, the
Okay,
one I bought,
okay, good.
you did it tonight.
You won't have to take the sign off.
Oh, I have, I'm making that. Okay. Wow,
that's expensive.
That's-
That's really expensive.
It's exactly the same dimensions with the PVC, the thickness, the gloss finish,
just out of
screws
curiosity,
included, cut over.
Okay, what did we pay?
they were 126.
Okay, how many years ago?
Just 2 years ago. This one is the one, that's,
Okay,
this is the one that manufactures the Ricolas, right? That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I would definitely try BB,
For sure.
because it is something that I'm not. But it's something
No,
that's
right.
really
My
not
husband
gonna make
suggested that.
They need to practice on something.
Yeah, and we're not getting,
try that first and.
I was gonna talk to reach out to Westport, because they have signs too, to see what company they use. They were the ones that have a nice one, was it Westport?
So those Duxbury ones that were in the book. remember?
Yeah,
That was plain and didn't say anything.
Right.
Crap.
yeah, because that was the book that you got just because.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. We'll do that. Oh. All right, the next thing that the packet that I gave you is Stacy Spice contract for the, Commonwealth Pension Company National Register nomination. So, I looked at it briefly, and I just got this today, so that's why I didn't email it. It gives all the things that she'll provide and our payment schedule. And this would take up to 30 weeks from the start of the project. In the proposal that he gave us, said meetings with the client up to 3 meetings, I didn't see that. I'll ask her to include that. Up to 3 meetings with us.
Zoom.
Yeah. That would be the only thing I'd ask her to.
Now, if putting out all this money, it gets refused,
Yeah. Yes,
It could get refused.
it could come.
There's no guarantee.
that's all I wanted to ask.
But this would be CPC, right?
Yeah, we have the funding for this,
Yeah,
for the
okay.
special town meeting. Which is all set. All right, so I'll ask her about the 3 meetings. And then what would happen next is, I talked to Leanne today and we would come before the board of selectmen on January 8th, so we have time. Okay,
Now, would they be the ones signing the contract?
either Ralph or the chair of the selectmen. Anyone have anything else for that contract?
That was my big question.
Okay, yeah, I know. I don't know what the percentage of, they wouldn't publicize that, I guess, percentage of properties that aren't approved. I don't know. Okay. If there's nothing else on that contract, we'll work on it, and once I have talked to Stacy about that, I'll just give it to Leanne. We don't need to review it again unless you want to.
That'd be fun.
Just give it, okay. Okay. All right, next, 2120 Water Street. So Rafa, you posted our.
Yeah, so they had an open house December 5th, first Sunday afternoon from 1 to 3 o'clock. I went there, my partner Dan and I went there together. And we were surprised because they let us in, even though the building was condemned. I mean, they had officially boarded it, but the realtor was there and he welcomed us inside. So we went inside and we checked every room in the house except for the basement, deplorable condition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed right away, even before entering, I noticed the side of the building was sort of like bent. It was like almost like about to crumble, fall, and then they took like pictures and stuff. You guys see it?
Yeah.
All right, so it was really in a sad state, but there were like maybe like a dozen people or so came by to take a look. And there was this one woman, she lives in North Brighton, I forgot her name, Catherine or something. And she said that she has rehabilitated historical houses in the past and she might be interested, but it's a matter of finding the money to have it, restored. And she estimated it would cost somewhere between $500,000 to $1 million to rehabilitate the entire building.
Well, can we back up? What happened to Zach telling us that people bought the home, came before the zoning board and proposed to build a two, you're looking at me like I'm making this all up.
no,
It was a
yeah.
two-family
Yeah.
home.
No,
The
no.
garages were gonna be underneath the property because of the water table. What happened?
I think that was just a vision, a plan. It's not really set in stone.
Well, I think they
So-
bought it, now they are reselling it.
Well, they bought it for $900,000. Actually, no, they bought it for like 250 or something, and they tried to sell it for $900,000. Nobody was interested, so they lowered it to 350 and then 300 and now to 299. Which is.
So
So
they
is-
bought it and now they're just dumping it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
so that-
wonder, wouldn't you expect that, other than not having someone to come up with crazy money, maybe they found something that was more detrimental to building a new place there than what they originally either
Yeah,
hoped for, tested, found out, I don't know. I was just surprised that they had an open house. And yes, I'd be surprised that they'd let you in too, a condemned building.
Yeah.
Wow.
yes, I wonder.
High hats?
I wonder if
Did they give you a
the commissioner
high hat?
was aware about that.
I don't know,
wonder if
yeah,
Jack was
yeah.
aware.
I was surprised, but there was an open house.
Me too.
In a condemned building.
Yeah,
Good
like, can
point.
you do that?
Ask Jenny.
I don't know. That's all water under the bridge now. Yeah, I guess.
So, is there a ray of hope for the house to be saved? Honestly, I don't think so. Because if there was, somebody should have come forward and bought the house, bought the entire property.
So once you
Nobody has.
invest that kind of money, you buy it for.
Just say 300.
300. Then you invest another 8, you're at $1 million.
Yeah.
And then you look at the properties around there for, comparables, it's not $1 million neighborhood.
No, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
I was wondering when that was gonna be mentioned.
It's
Oh,
not
I
a
think that
$1 million
will-
neighborhood.
The same woman also, I think she claims she contacted CPC, Kevin Smith chair, to inquire whether or not CPC would try to save it, CPC money, and I don't think CPC.
It's a
Saves
privately
private
owned,
private
yeah, they don't do
homes.
that.
No.
Yeah, so, yeah.
The
so-
only way that it might, and I'm not real sure if it's income producing, so it's providing housing, so it would fall under the housing part of it, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not.
Well, ask Kevin.
In the shape that it's in.
Yeah, and ask Kevin, yeah.
But, it is what it is, so.
I'm thankful you have nice pictures. I understand it looks so bad, but at least you've got some decent chimney pictures.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I also took videos, but I was too embarrassed to post it because I was narrating, here's the stairs, oh, look, here's the toilet paper from the 17th century. It's actually from the stairs.
You were ad-libbing, were you?
And I took a funny picture of Dan and, oh, I look funny, I don't even recognize my face. So can you send it to me, please?
The chimney is too bad, because that chimney is
Yeah.
a historic
Nice,
value
yeah.
to it, yeah.
In the fireplace,
Yeah.
behind fireplace.
yeah.
Lots of history
Yeah.
will be gone
Yeah.
eventually. It is what it is, can't say it every house.
No.
That's what you get for neglecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's too bad it got neglected.
Would it have made a difference though if that whole district had been declared a local historic district 30 years ago?
If
Probably.
it may have, because a local historic district, that's the only way you're gonna save any properties,
Mhm. So should have, well, we all know the house is condemned, it's going to demolish eventually, so I think it's our job as a commission to try to save as many relics as possible from that house.
I didn't see too many relics in your pictures.
No, but the floor, the original floor is very.
Are they white? They're white
White
boards.
planks.
Okay, be serious. Who's gonna
Or-
remove them?
Wider than this.
Who's gonna remove them? It's not a town thing. It's privately owned.
It's privately
Who's
owned.
gonna remove those boards?
Well, ask him.
Not me and not you. No,
Good question.
if it was a
Yeah.
town building, you would hope to get some help, but it's not.
maybe some bricks or something from the fireplace.
Well, I'm sure there's gonna be like vultures flying around because they would want to save some of these stuff and sell them online or whatever.
Well, also, if people are repurposing the wood and stuff, there are people that do that with older homes. So they'll be looking for good quality wood.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, what would the quality be now where it's been sitting for so long?
I mean, the floor looks fine to me. It's just the walls.
The
the
support
ceiling.
system.
Yeah,
And the
basement,
stairs.
Yeah.
and the attic.
Yeah. And the windows.
And the
Oh, okay.
windows.
That's sad, that's sad.
Cute little bathtub though.
Oh, yeah?
Was there a one with the iron clad feet and stuff?
No, I would think it was 70s, early 70s.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
that's all about.
Because it has all these like
antique.
these ducky stickers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it pink?
Yellowish, yellow.
Oh, because a lot of them were pink.
Yeah, all right, well, thank you.
So consider that house condemned forever.
So, for the next, the report, so CPC, there's no new applications for funding right now. At our last meeting, we just reviewed the status of the existing projects, the West Dayton survey, Broad Cove Trails, and the library, and they're all moving along. And then, we had a little discussion about possible future projects in different areas, so of course, you know, possibility of us continuing our survey work. You know, that's always a possibility, so, it was a short meeting. The library building committee will be meeting on Thursday, so I don't have anything new to report there. For the 250th anniversary, we met on December 2nd. So the plans are continuing for the reenactment and encampment. So we had a discussion about a presentation on the Old Bristol Path by the town historian, which he has done before. Because that's a lot of those houses and stuff are connected to the Revolutionary War, you know, especially the church and Rufus Whitmarsh and et cetera. Then a brainstorming a potential fundraiser connected to that, like a 5K or a 3K walk around kind of race, which would be interesting to put together. And we're also having discussions about a monument for the Revolutionary War veterans. Because out on the Veterans Circle, there isn't one for the Revolutionary War, there's just one marker that states for all those who have served. So there's like World War I, World War II, the Civil War, the Vietnam, and then Desert Storm, and on the bench with Desert Storm, I also think it's
Grenada.
Iran, what was the
Iraq.
Iraq,
That's
I think
Desert
it's-
Storm, isn't it? Right.
yeah. So there's, you know, they put that, remember like 3 titles on that one for some reason. I could be wrong on that. And then there's also the Silas Talbot monument. So that's what we're working on there. So next meeting date is January 14th in 2025, believe it or not. And in that, I put together our meeting dates. So our first one's January 14th, the next one's February 11th. I'm going to be traveling,
Again,
yeah. No, we're off and running. Like maybe back in time, but I doubt it to chair the meeting, after if you just wanted to chair that meeting. We can do that. On the 11th.
you can't attend this Zoom.
I might be in the airport.
Meeting at the airport. I've done live Instagram and Facebook at the airport.
Well, that's you, not me. So, but, you know, Rafa can share that meeting. Unless you want to switch it, we can switch it.
Just to what?
Another day, which is
Another
here. Why switch it to one?
Do we have to meet like every month now?
Or we can decide
Did
in
we not,
January what we
did we
want to
not
do.
meet 1 month last year or something?
Yeah, we didn't meet last February because it snowed, there was a
Yeah,
storm.
that's right.
Yeah.
So let's hope it's another storm.
Why don't we wait and
Wow.
see what January brings and we can make a decision in
Wait, wait, wait.
January. Okay. The next one is February 11th, that's Veterans Day. So we can do either the Tuesday before or the Tuesday after, or we can pick,
February or November?
I mean, November, did I say February?
February.
You did.
I'm like,
I mean, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know they did to me.
I'm like, did I miss something here?
My mind's going faster than my mouth, my mouth is going faster than my mind. November 11th is Veterans Day, so that's also our usual meeting day. So we can either meet the Tuesday before or after, or we can meet on November 10th, the same week. I know, Pat, you usually have things on Mondays. Yep. So,
So I won't be around. You want to have a meeting, go ahead, but I'll be in Attleboro. And Irene, according to this, you're no longer a member because
know.
it expired, so. You're not getting them back.
Oh,
yeah.
So how
Oh, my
does
God.
that straighten out?
you know what?
With a little bit of work on your part, that's how it
Wait, I think
straightens
it's an
out.
error, shouldn't it be 25?
No, evidently it ran out, she needs to redo it.
Did they redo it in?
I can check I'll check to see if I see your name, and then I will.
Oh, yeah,
call
because-
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Have you done a renewal recently? No, in recent.
No,
Okay. then-
nobody
then
said
it expired,
anything.
That's fine.
Can you do it, can you,
I'll reach out to you tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'll see if you
That
have
could be my
something
typo.
open.
you can do the.
because 2025 would be 3 years. Can you just CC me?
Yeah,
Any applications for vacancy? No.
No. I guess we should, start working on that.
Or anyone who constantly posts on back in the day, like the top
No.
contributors or something.
No,
People always ask questions about this study, maybe we can fight them.
no.
You don't like any of them?
If they were truly interested, they would be here in person instead
That
of
is
being
true.
at.
Yeah, oh,
That is true.
Yeah.
that Stacy woman, Stacy Moniz.
Yeah,
She was the one who bought that property in Elm Street.
Mary Bennett,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she always asks questions and stuff. She's very interested. She and her daughter actually live together.
All right, so do we want to do November 4th or November 18th, Tuesdays?
Play it by ear. This is like a year from now.
Well, we have to kind of like get our reservation in,
Yeah.
because there's other committees that meet.
Yeah, good for you, though, right?
Either one?
Will the new library be open by then?
Yes.
No.
Nobody's sure?
I
There's a
was
delay.
told today that it's gonna be about a year from now.
A year from now.
that's sort of like the room to do the interviews.
That's what I heard, okay?
What's the?
I know they were shooting, they must have had trouble with it, also on Thursday because, with the bidding kind of thing then, because they were aiming for September 2025.
Look at the smile. No.
No.
I just heard that today,
heard
that it's
later
about
than
a year
that.
from now.
Yeah, like 2030.
Not 2030, I heard
2020.
like December.
But yeah, you can check. See?
I know by Thursday.
Okay.
This is the cluster, there's always delays.
Question, was there a poor farm visit?
Oh, so, not yet, no,
It's
because
not on schedule.
it's going back and forth with, Jeff Barber, who lives there, and it's trying to mesh schedules together. But it's, Stacy did say she would reach out to him again. So. And he has a work schedule, and then she was sick, and there was a Thanksgiving, and I was like, okay, I just find I was in the middle of it and I'm like, you know what? You two figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, November 4th is election day in 2025?
25, yes,
Oh, so then we'll do November 18th.
There we go.
let's do it. Oh God, I still feel like I'm in like FY 25 and then I'm 26. All right, so November 18th.
All right.
And Pat.
So my goodies, my
Yeah,
goodies.
your
my
turn.
goodies.
Yay.
Okay,
This is fun.
so these are the, if you hadn't seen them already. Segregated School, this came out in 1998, and it just says one of Dayton's 14 one-room schoolhouses. The 15th one-room schoolhouse is across the river in the Somme. You know, there was one over there too that used to belong to Dayton. Yeah, okay, so. And then the Berkeley Dayton Bridge, I don't have a year, well, it says 1996. So if this is 1998 and this is 1996, this guy says 1997, the Council Oak, and it tells you it was the meeting place of the Wampanoag Indians. Wampanoag, you'll notice. Oh, yeah, go ahead, that's nice. King Philip met here with his braves. This tree marked the center of the old field. Nearby was the largest Indian settlement in Dayton. So this is 7, so I'm putting them in order. Here's 6, here's 7, here's 8. 99, the Dayton Rock, located on the east bank of the Taunton River, and the Dayton Rock Park Museum is covered with designs of ancient and uncertain origin, of which explanations range from Portuguese explorers to Native Americans. So that's 99, so that goes there. And then this is 96.
So there was 2 in 96?
Yeah, the bridge, and this says the town hall, and it's the new town hall, it's not the
Yeah.
old town hall.
Right.
But both sides look sort of nice, so this looks like it's different, you know, this has like stuff on the back.
Yeah.
And a picture on the front, and this has a picture on the front and a picture on the back. kind of
Yeah.
thing. So anyway, that's what I have, if there's more of them. I don't think so.
I've only ever seen
I
that
don't
one.
think so,
One of Dayton's 14 one-room schoolhouses.
that's what I just said, and the 15th was,
1998.
One was on
They
Elm
only have one
Street.
left, right?
Next to it, right
well,
next to
the other ones are there, they're just not open.
Yeah, the garage now?
Yeah.
There's garages, there's people's sheds, there's one at the Historical Society, that's still around.
Oh,
Yeah.
because for some
The
reason.
fish school is a house.
Yes, the fish school,
Why do I think that it's the only remaining schoolhouse, one-room schoolhouse in Dayton?
Because it's the only one owned by the town.
Oh.
the other ones are all private.
They're all private.
That's what, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and talking about these, you don't think coming up with this historical thing for the anniversary that you're planning,
Mhm.
you don't think the ornaments that Shara has could play in there? People are very interested in historical things when they're at something historical. So I know you can't give them away now, but
But-
hold on to those little buggers.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, so, all right, perfect.
Don't you think? I mean, it's an opportunity that people might be interested. Hers says Dayton, Mass, and it's a picture of the seal.
Yeah, and it says
Those are the ones-
300th anniversary.
Those were the ones that were in the boxes.
Yeah,
And she's got 2 boxes, roughly, how many is in a box? Ballparkish,
I would say,
20, 40, 60.
I would say about 40, maybe
Okay,
a total
so,
of 40.
so yeah, all right. It's just, it's a place to, people might be interested, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Well, we're hoping.
Well, right now, Highway has said to hold them for me because I had no room in the boat.
Can you come with me over there, because I
Yes.
wanna, it's helpful if I speak to these. Okay, so if I go like this, everybody sort of kind of, yeah, all right. So first postcard I wanna show you is from Dayton, Kansas, and here's what's beautiful about it. This postcard was sent to the woman who lived on the house at the corner of Main and Elm. We bought the house, Bowden's.
Mm.
So it went to Dayton,
Dayton,
Mass,
oh my
but it's a postcard of
Dayton,
Dayton, Kansas. That's the only reason I have that.
So that went to Martha?
I wonder if somebody sent it to Martha
How
just to.
Yes, they sent it to Martha,
What year? How old
because
is
they went to visit Dayton, Kansas.
What year is
They
this?
thought maybe she would like
What
to.
year is this? 51. 51.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Isn't it? So I got this when we were cleaning out Martha's house. The rest of them, most of them are from eBay. This is the view of the Taunton River at Segregated, Mass. I think you've seen that one before, yeah, okay.
I haven't seen that one.
No?
Wow.
Okay. This is the North Dayton Dam, so this is Haradite, so there's the falls.
Yeah.
But of course, this looks very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see repeats of them, but they're not the same repeat. You'll see other postcards of the falls. This is Beals Rock on Elm Street where Tom DeBona lives. But it looks very different because all the trees haven't grown up yet, yeah? Some of them have ears on the back, some don't. No, that's not gonna tell me nothing. It just says that the postcard cost a penny. So if you bought it back then, it cost a penny. I have 3 of Dayton Rock. I have, that's when they had a fence around it, it was on land. And then this is when it was actually in the water and used to get covered up by the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, I remember.
And then this is when, you can see by the men's outfits.
I love that picture.
Let's
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it sort of dates it, that's all.
Yeah.
I was telling Shara that this is a fire warden's tower on Richmond Hill, and they would man the tower to see if there were any fires. That's how they would locate and tell the fire department to get going because they saw smoke or whatever, and people would go up that tower. And it's on Richmond Hill. You're crazy if you think I would do that. Okay, this is Mount Hope Bleachery.
Yeah.
So
Is
it
it
was
ever
a
dated?
no, that's a number.
That's just.
Yeah, so that's a postcard number.
Okay,
So sometimes,
That tower is gone, the water.
yeah,
tower.
no date.
Yeah.
No
okay.
date. The tower is gone. Get back in there. We've been collecting these
Wait,
things
that's
for
second.
years.
Is that where the water tower is now?
Is that where the water tower
All
is
the water
now?
towers are gone.
They're gone.
Oh, you mean the one on Elm?
Yeah,
This is North Dayton. This is Mount Hope Bleacher.
no, I mean, this,
is that
is
where the water
that where
tower?
they put the water tower?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
that was a lookout. That's all. Okay, this is Lincoln Avenue. Your house isn't included, but this is Lincoln Avenue. and
That's, yeah,
in
my
North
house
Dayton.
is the.
Your house is further down. Yep.
Riverside.
It's a neat picture though. Okay, this is another picture of the bleachery, so they're similar, but they're not, you know. This is, I think might be school land, there's Mount Hope.
Yeah,
So this road still exists, this house with the funny window, the funny diamond window,
yeah.
was part of the survey for North Dayton. So that's still there, some of these houses have, you know, been altered, they don't look the same. So they used to say that was Joe Coelho when he was a young boy. Seriously. Okay, this is another view of the Haradite Dam. It's a nice picture.
yeah.
So it says North Dayton Falls, Dayton, Mass. Here we go, Rufus Whitmarsh House, Dayton, Mass. So of course, that is where Rujo's own that now. And Mrs. Pilling lives sort of in the back over there, so it's off of Elm Street. These big trees are gone, and of course, the fence is gone, so it looks very different. Here's another one of the falls. This is Creek and Broad Cove, Dayton, Mass. When you're heading into Somerset, you know how they used to cut hay there. The
Yes.
hay was for ice. They used to cut, you didn't eat the hay, the cows didn't eat the hay.
Jeff thought they used that for
Bedding?
They also use the
Yes.
strawberry, factors too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I knew they used it for the ice because it was such poor quality
Right,
hay.
yeah.
Nobody, but anyway, that's when they had cows there. So this is the house on the corner of Main and Elm that we owned for a period of time, but this was taken in 1920. Look at how people dress, look at the cars.
That's
how
cool is
But
to
look at the
say.
house, I mean, that is just the
It's
neatest
still
thing.
the same today.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
It still exists?
Yes.
Oh, God. We sold it maybe 5 years ago. No, it looks nice, it looks really nice.
Yeah,
But that's-
it does not
that's-
change.
Isn't it great?
I love
The street
that.
wasn't even paved. It's a dirt road in 1920. Elm Street and Main Street are not
Yeah.
paved.
Yeah.
Now, there was a trolley that used to come up, but
Right,
I have a trolley later on. Here's the falls at North Dayton again. This is, I mean, why buy it? But it does say Dayton, Mass somewhere on here. Trust me, it does. So that's, it's a view from the Segregated River.
okay.
Yeah, but I mean, who cares? Christian Church, North Dayton, Lincoln Avenue, now it's a house. Next door to, Lincoln Village.
Oh, because there's, you know, the Brown House on top of the hill, they just made it like a driveway.
Mhm.
Is that it? Is that it?
This is the,
No, this is,
Oh, it's a different one.
yeah, that was a school, I think you're thinking, this is
Oh,
right next to Lincoln
okay.
Valley.
Yep. Vajaya Bayless House on Elm Street.
Yep.
Look how stately it looked though, with the
Yeah,
big trees in front of
yeah.
it, didn't it look beautiful? Yeah. Okay, here's the elementary
The
school.
new elementary.
This is a
school.
series, you see the black on the bottom, so you, whatever you see comes from that same
The
series.
new elementary school.
So that was built in what,
1953.
53, okay. So here's Bristol County Aggie, what it
Oh
used to
my
look
God.
like.
Wow, that's.
Wow, beautiful.
And then the same series, high school and town offices, Dayton, Mass. We remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's the nursery, which was on Elm Street that Rudy Christensen ran.
Okay.
And his sister, Emily Pilling, sister. She
Yeah.
lived in this here, she was living like in a one-room little back there, and then they built a beautiful home back there.
Mm.
So you know where the Rufus Whitmarsh house is? You know, there's a house way in the back now? That's where Mrs. Pilling was living. She was the librarian for a zillion
Yeah,
years.
she
Lovely
was.
woman, lovely woman. This is what 1712 used to look like a million years
Oh,
ago.
wow.
30 acres.
12
Oh my
restaurant.
gosh, I remember that.
Yeah, that's what it used to look like.
The rest
And
of-
then
Oh,
it
yeah.
became like,
Restaurant.
like a couple of different things, and then
Yeah.
Giorgio's, and then.
Remember that Indian statue up front?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's what that looked like. Here's another one on North Dayton, but this is really old. 3 Mile River and the paper mill in North Dayton. I think it was Lincoln Paper.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this is Lincoln Ave, this is Spring Street, because that's where, so you're above the falls in this picture, but that was a paper mill a zillion years ago. This is North Dayton Cooperative Association, and this little wagon here is North Dayton Cooperative Association's delivery little. So that was on Spring Street. Okay, we're still in North Dayton, another picture of, just says Marlboro Finishing Company. Yeah, it's not as pretty, I like the colored ones. And then this guy, Paradise Finishing Company, North Dayton.
Wow.
Okay, Unitarian Church and Horse Block in Dayton, Mass.
Just the current Dayton Community Church.
It is, but see how very different it looks?
Yeah.
But you got the cemetery back there, and when they talk about the horse block,
How is it different? It's the same to me.
oh, it doesn't look the same to me at all.
I mean,
It looks the same to you?
size-wise.
No,
The windows are different, this thing, it's different. It just looks very different to me.
it looks
You
more
get the
elegant
streets.
now.
This is a
Yeah.
picture inside Mount Hope Finishing Company.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
came from Elaine Valley wrote that.
Yeah.
But that's, it's just a picture. This is the strawberry fields, I'm guessing this would be like behind Mrs. Bennett's house.
I would think
Because-
so,
Yeah.
because Charles Chase was a big strawberry farmer.
Yep, and that's where that whole
Yeah.
thing started, but I mean, isn't it a cute picture, but it could be anywhere, you know,
Yeah,
but it's
anywhere.
not, it's in Dayton, Strawberry Field.
It's a house
Okay.
development.
Captain John Clouson House, I believe that's, is it Old Somerset Road?
Yeah,
That comes out to 138.
up here.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Here's the bridge.
Wow.
I remember that bridge.
There you
That was
go.
Yeah.
There you
It
go.
was a one-way bridge, right?
For a time,
No, for
before that, it was two-way.
Yes.
Two-way.
It was a two-way?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
oh, yeah. A beautiful picture of the library. And the house that I live in now was right here. They moved it up Main Street, so I've never lived next to the library, but my house used to be on.
Your house lived next to
But what a beautiful
You could have bought the
picture.
library.
Yeah,
That is a gorgeous.
there we go. Here's the memorial home.
With a steeple.
Lovely picture.
With a tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the council oak, now
With all its
then,
branches.
with its branches. So this writing, okay, Grandpa's berry shed used to be where the arrow points. Oh, see the arrow right here? See the little arrow?
Oh, yeah.
So that's where Grandpa's berry shed used to be. And there's a little story behind it. Sometimes when you buy them, you know, you get more than you buy them for. Okay. So this was sent to Talbot and Oaks Bluff, Massachusetts. And it talks about, beneath the spreading branches of this noble oak, the Redmond met in council. Meet M.E. at the Council Oak, July 17, 1912, and enjoy the many festivities attending the celebration of Dayton's bicentennial. So this is,
Wow.
you know when they stamp it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you get the day and the month and you don't get the year.
Yeah.
And that's all you really want is the year.
1912.
That's amazing.
Isn't it? It's neat. But see, when people sell them to you, they're only selling you the picture in front.
Yeah.
And so it says, this oak was here before the pilgrims landed in Plymouth, Mass. So I don't know who wrote that, but Grandpa's shed is in the front. This is in the lot north of the cemetery. So. that's the
Somebody who
council.
sent it must have written it.
Yeah.
Just a stump.
Neat. Okay, so we're back to
3 Mile.
Lincoln Ave and Haradite in the Falls. Is the First Congregational Church, so we're talking on Center Street. So this would have been
Okay, that's the
Danette's
church.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here we go to North Dayton, Mount Hope Garage.
That's cool.
Then this is near the Eddie House. I tried to put these sort of kind of together.
Yeah.
So this is on Pleasant Street.
So the Eddie House is like down this way.
And with all these rocks, don't you think the rock house is up here?
Yeah,
it's sort of- It's out of view.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the Quorum Shove House. And that was,
Yeah.
it's the Lears or the Lyres or whatever. And here's the early house markers. This is what we used to use for the house markers. They were made out of wood and they were routed and they rotted and fell apart. But I mean, that's what we originally had to mark old homes. And the Nathaniel Fisher House was Mrs. Waddell's house.
Right,
So this used to be where the police station is now.
that's where.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And yeah, they moved the house.
Yeah.
Minus the bathroom, minus the tub. Here's a picture of Dayton Rock Park. So this used to be, you know, down where, like Cherry Street is. Okay, so these were water tanks and they were 2 different heights, just so, I don't know if you've seen this before.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen
So they were full of water and this was the entrance. It was very grand and you'll see some of the postcards. You'll see ladies with fancy mama
Yeah.
dresses and parasols and whatever going to the amusement park. Here's the merry-go-round and swings at the park.
I've never seen that, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a better one. This is the bathing house, bathing beach at Dayton Rock Park, and if you read that, bathing suits 25 cents.
You
So-
went to your bathing suit?
And then you went to Top River. Wouldn't that be good for a house tour? Oh, come on, I mean, but that's,
know. Those were-
I love this, I just love it. We have some neat postcards. Seen from the Eddie House, Dayton, Mass, so this is the wharfs.
Okay.
That's where all the guests would go and hang out.
Didn't we want pictures of the 3 wharfs at one
Yeah, I
time?
think he has one.
Okay, well,
We
there's
have that one
this,
too.
there's this, and there is, it says the river, Dayton, Mass, but that's Pleasant Street.
That's the,
Is it the Customs House? I say so. I say it's the Customs House.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say, well, let me look at the back. Maybe the back says.
Meanwhile, it says,
Oh, this went to somebody in New Wareham, Mass. Or West Wareham? West?
West
Yeah,
Wareham.
West
Wareham. Off point, blah, 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 dear sirs, I am at, oh, so it doesn't tell you anything. What's it say over here? Nothing good. Published by a company in Taunton, printed in Germany. Cost a penny to send it.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
But look at the condition of the car,
Yeah.
considering how old this thing is.
The river road.
Where did you get these cards from?
Most of them are from eBay, occasionally an antique place. Most of them are eBay though.
Are they digitalized? I would think some of them are digitalized.
Well, I found one about.
Or if you go to like
the
flea markets, people have
Oh,
postcards.
really?
and they get-
Did you buy it?
Um,
Did you call it on? we don't pay a lot for them, which is why we have so many of them. View of Dyton Rock Park, so there's another view.
Yeah,
That's, you know, what the buildings look
That's
like, and
awesome
those
that
are the
they
two
used to have
towers.
Yeah.
Well, we had an article about it, okay, here's a close-up, remind me to get back to that, will you? Here's a close-up of the Dyton Yacht Club, and then I have several pictures of the different views of the Dyton Yacht Club. So they were having a supper Thursday, August 15th. Does it say anything? Nope, doesn't say that. It says souvenir post, so. Okay, so
So I
there's.
made a note on it.
Yeah, going to a supper. So with the boats and Ben Shaw had a boat that looked something like that.
Yeah.
And it was the Shawnee and it was, I mean, for years and years and years. And what happened to it, I don't know. And of course, this was destroyed in a hurricane, wasn't it?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 3 pictures of,
Oh, wow.
and then this is like yachting, you know?
So you can see
Yeah,
the
this is the
situation
Dyton
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And here's it, like from a distance, and it just says, bird's eye view, Taunton Yacht Club from the lower Dyton Rock Park. Wow. Yeah, so they turned it around and went over here and took a picture of it this way. Okay, there's my trolley. A trolley card is worth bucks. So this is Pleasant Street.
Yeah.
And you're going into Somerset.
Okay.
So the trolley ran over there. And I love that picture. So this, I brought this in before, and I know it's just, but I'm protecting the majority of it. This is a back of an envelope, see it?
Oh, yeah.
Your tax bill came in this. They stamped the back of the tax bills when they went out to residents. And this is a map of the Taunton River, and it's got the Dyton Stove Lining Company on it, Arnold Hoffman, so here's Main Street over here. And then it has a little, there's the Lincoln Paper Mill that I told you about, that was in the other picture. And it's got a trolley track. And didn't we do a piece on the trolley, the Dyton Rock Park? That's what I wanted to say, get back to me. One night, say it was Tuesday, I have it in my notes and I'll get it for you, but Tuesday might have been Somerset night. And people would come on trolleys and on whatever else, and they'd have like, you know, clam boils and entertainment, and that's what it was.
I know.
So I mean, Dyton had it, you could go any night, but I mean, if you wanted to, you lived in Somerset, you wanted to go to Somerset Friends on Somerset night, and that was, you know, the big thing. Yeah. So the house that was, whose house was it? That was the inn.
Oh, the
Thank you.
5 miles of waterfront.
Oh, because those are the things that it told you why you should be happy to pay the taxes, because those are the perks you got.
Oh my God.
But see, that's an actual envelope that people got. You got that in the mail and they put the stamp on the back. Well, how many people say them? You know?
2 efficient fire companies,
They're perks of living in Dayton.
8 churches, 20% increase in population since 1900.
French cafes, French
Like
restaurants,
1914?
Oh, I'm not sure.
1914.
I'm not sure.
It's super cool. The tax rate's 14.40 cents, $14.40.
Well, there you go. I could look it up that way. You
Yeah.
could see how old it is based
So
on what the
that's,
tax rate
that was
was.
the tax rate then, so what's our tax rate now?
It's not crazy.
It's not crazy compared to, you know, that's about the same.
Yeah, 15, 16.
Yeah. It's just
It
that
hasn't really changed.
the tax rate hasn't
Right,
changed.
Tax rate.
that valuation
Yeah.
is a different story.
Yes.
Yeah, the postcards would not be of interest to you. They're, well,
This is Marion Manor.
it is, that's Marion Manor if you want. that.
Wow.
That's it for my
Wow,
Dyken
that's beautiful.
postcard.
That was a restaurant
That was a
inn,
big
wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, used to be Taunton Inn.
Beautiful.
This is,
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is
this is
the
Taunton Green.
says Boat Club Taunton, Mass. I'm not quite
Oh,
sure.
that would be down on Water Street, I think. You go down to where, you go over the bridge.
Yeah.
And then the Atlantic's on the
Yeah.
left,
Yeah.
and you take that right. That's
Okay.
Water Street down
Okay.
there.
So it's monument to Taunton.
Is that in the green, I believe?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
very, yeah.
Buildings that we surround you.
Nobody wrote that.
Yeah, I thought you would like this one, Mildred. No. You have the other monument, so I thought you would like this one. Okay. This is Westville Mill and Dam in Taunton.
Is that the Berkeley?
I'm not sure. No, I didn't think so. We
Oh,
hope.
Rehoboth.
So see how nice these, it's actually a postcard that gives you information?
Yeah.
They don't all do that. So that's the Hornbein School and the Hornbein neighborhood, and it tells you, so this was printed in 1976.
Cause you know.
Oh,
that
yeah,
looks
that's
like-
that's
It almost looks like the Berkeley Town Hall, the
Yes.
way the building is
Yeah.
shaped.
Yeah.
You've seen that,
Swansea.
Swansea Meeting of Friends in Somerset, it always looks like it needs 14 gallons of paint, because it always looks like it just sucks up the paint. And then this is Somerset Village, Mass.
For the church.
Yeah, that's still there, that's
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
down the village.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
There's lumber,
Yeah.
Yeah, I took my father's to get cards.
that would be the green, because
Yeah.
there's the courthouse.
Yeah.
And then Almax
Dining hall.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
You can see that these are like new, Island Park and Portsmouth.
Yep.
Oh, that's Washington DC. But there's another trolley car, I got two trolley cars. That's like a big deal. Wait, when we saw that, Marble Bridge, Tiverton Basin, Standish Lighthouse. Wow. Portsmouth, okay, this is the picture that, who was it, the guy from left back and who left us. Thank you. Bill Pruitt argued with me over which train station that was. Because if you look in the back, see the house, see where it says Oakland?
Yeah.
Okay, so that sort of dates where it is. So here's the train tracks.
Yep.
And I believe I said that was the Dayton train station because of the Oakland sign on the building in the back. And he said, that's not it, that's not it. Okay, fine. And that's when I took my stuff home and never brought it back. Because I read things because I think they're swell. And if you want to look at them, I think it's nice to share with people. But I'm not going to get in a fight over what I have. But that's it.
Awesome.
That's
Oh
my
my
show.
gosh. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
That's amazing that you have all those, yes.
Well, we started little by little, and you get one and you get another, and
I should be converted. Slides.
Yes,
Slightly bigger.
yeah. Awesome.
Budget for that?
Slide.
Yeah, I think we should just like, I think, that's the project. Convert all these postcards.
It's Pat's really share that, yeah.
I have no problem with that. We keep, I mean, I wouldn't give them to someone and say, I'll pick them up in 3 or 4 days. No, I want to be with them and.
Yes, yeah,
Of
of
course,
course.
I am protective of them,
Yeah.
Well, that's why you have to.
because when they go on.
Did you have to experience that one?
I think I will.
You and Pat, okay,
Because I
great.
remember when I was a kid, my mother had this salad tickets on slides.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
dad had.
But the wicked salad, I love that. I miss that salad.
Aw.
And we had, she used this white
Yeah.
bed sheet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. With like popcorn,
Yep.
Aw.
way before the internet. No Instagram, no Facebook.
No, yeah. Usually I
That's a
have the
good memory.
slides from being in the bar and slides that she took. And so I've been going really through them. A lot of them are, plants and flowers. But she has she took pictures of all of the events in Dayton. So she's got like a, Memorial Day parades, just
There are slides.
Huh?
There are slides.
there are slides, yeah. So I've been working with Robin and trying to digitize them. Preserve them, revise them. Containers, and actually, since he was on the historic commission, we wanted to commission and given to the law for storing.
Even like old images from the 60s, 70s,
So do you have one to coordinate that, and certainly figure out, I'll have to go through and see if I can find any postcards. Like my grandfather's or something.
I was gonna say, you out that somewhere.
I don't know if you have no idea. I said
I
something just to her to look for, and she just rolled her eyes at me. Like, that was some genealogy.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea, like that. We're gonna have many totes.
When was the house built?
18. I thought there was one thing on the wallpaper that said 1880 something. And I'll have to take a picture and find it again. But my grandfather, I don't know where he got them all, but he has a book of everybody in Dayton that had passed away,
I'm sure he saved all the clippings out of the newspaper.
Oh, he
Mrs.
saved
Carr used to do
everything.
that. Esther Carr would
Oh,
always keep all
yes.
those.
Yeah, I found books, a whole set of books on, you remember the books that, how to do it yourself books? Pristine, like literally
Really?
every single book you could imagine. And it was all do it yourself. And I was like, what?
Say them, in case you have to do it yourself.
Oh my God, I would have never heard it. So where Jacob's bedroom is gonna be is where my grandfather kept like all the encyclopedias at the time, like the do-it-yourself books, like I mean, there's just 1,000 books.
Do-it-yourself books like blue.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, and then they're about, the spine is more like 2 inches, and that's where it said like, do it yourself, something like that. Yeah, it didn't say do it yourself, it was cloth.
It was, yeah, but it's, yeah,
We
so.
chucked them, we chucked them all.
So
And I saved everything, no, we chucked them.
So we are obviously, my dad's living room is gonna be the last room we work on, and I go to move a book. And I was like, Dad, you realize that the wallpaper is blue. And nowhere else besides where the back of these books.
What do you do, wallpaper around the bookcase?
No, it's just because of, these books have been there for so many years.
Oh, the wallpaper's painted.
Yeah.
Oh, so wallpaper.
Were the books ever read?
So my
I
cousin,
need to go through those carefully, because if there's a first edition of something.
oh, yes,
They're
I
worth
would.
something.
Or money in the pages.
I was kind of hoping when.
Don't we all?
Well, it's like, you know, like the boys, yeah, that we would find something behind them.
When we went through the red house, when they sold the house, they didn't empty the house. So we had to empty the house. And there was a globe bank, old fashioned kids globe bank. You put the pennies in.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was completely full of wheat back pennies.
Oh my.
And I looked at it and I said, here you go. This is gonna be worth a fortune. They're not. So I took every penny out of it. It was a tin, I still have the bank. I love the bank. It's beautiful. So I took every penny out, wrote down the year, you know, whatever. And then I went on my phone and looked up a current valuation.
Yeah.
So some of them were worth 10 cents and maybe one was worth 15 cents. So what? I mean, come on. So, I mean, it was basically nothing.
Sometimes
But
on
so
the
what?
coins, the ones that are worth money, it's the way that they're marked.
Mhm.
Stamped.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know, so
like
that
if there's
makes
a
it-
mistake or
Yeah,
something, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can't even tell, I will start taking pictures
yeah.
of the 1,000 books.
Oh, sure.
We're using encyclopedias.
Oh,
What kind?
Funkin' Wagner, who else?
I had
It was a
Compton's
encyclopedia,
encyclopedia.
Britannica,
Lord Compton's encyclopedia. My father got me a set when I was like 8 or 9. And that's how I gained a lot of knowledge, just reading from A to Z.
My father had done an encyclopedia, I can't remember what the name of it was, and every year they gave you a yearbook.
Mhm.
And we kids used to pore over that.
Oh, I can't wait to take pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, so who would like to put this at the historical society? Because we literally have 4 people moving into that.
One more thing before we adjourn, I got the newsletter from the Susan B. Anthony Birthplace Museum. Of course, they're looking for donations, but it was kind of interesting. I never knew it's out in Adams. It's a birthplace museum. They have all kinds of programs and stuff, related to her. So that's what we got for correspondence this month. So, other than that, anything else? No. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
21.
And we are adjourned. And we'll let you.
Now, I'm going to give you a hint at the game we're going to play.
Okay, I'm so
So
excited.
we all sit around, chairs, couch, doesn't matter.
Yeah.